I'm making this short film to make a political comment about Lionel trains made in China. A couple of years ago, I bought this number 291W, the red Comet set, and the actual Lionel part number is 651014, and there you can see made in the dreaded words made in China. And only used it for a few Christmases. I like to keep it packed away in the box. It's always been the set of my dreams, and never thought I could find an older one in decent enough condition to buy. So I bought this locomotive. This was the motor. I was pleased to see it was made in the traditional style of the original Lionel motors. And guess what? It stopped working. So took it out of the shell, played with it, saw that I was arcing really bad with the brushes, so I thought, okay, it's not the brush holder because it's insulated. And I started checking all my solder joints, and I had a bad solder joint from the factory. So I got off lucky. It took me half a day of playing around with it, but if it had been a CAN motor and a board, I would have been screwed because it's past warranty. And this was a $700 train set. So I would have been very upset if I couldn't have fixed it. But I only have one other friend that I know that owns one of these sets. And most of you train operators will probably know him, Steve Eastman. And I talked to Steve and asked him, I told him about my problem, and he told me he had a much worse problem, and that he had a short inside his train with the motor windings, and it burned up. So he doesn't know if he can get another armature or not. But here's someone else who spent over $700 from a train made in China, for a train made in China, that turned out to be crap. So I'd recommend buying the old stuff, like the nice mark sitting up above. That cost me under $50, that locomotive. And easy to fix. You can find the parts. And I actually never had to fix it. It ran. Most Marxes and some old Lionels will run for 60 years if you bother to keep them clean and oil them. But I'm going to have to use the word, this crap from China is just ridiculous. This is the only train I've ever bought, a Lionel train that I've ever bought that was made in China, and it was the first, and it will be the last. And I'll keep my fingers crossed that I don't have a problem like Steve's. If so, what we'll do is go find an old motor. And what they did is they put these little chrome plugs in here where the motor mounts used to go for the screws, so that can be drilled out, and you can put the original motors inside these shells. And think about it, 4-year-old motor that's crap, or almost an 80-year-old motor that's great. It can go into the shell. Now the shell itself is absolutely gorgeous. The cars are absolutely gorgeous. The train set is just absolutely beautiful. Ran as soon as I got out of the box, but I doubt if it's gone over, 20 times around the layout over Christmases and then had a problem. So I won't bore you with this anymore, but it's my political statement: don't buy crap made in China. Buy American, even if it's 80 years old, like my beautiful little marks up here. This is actually not quite 80. It's made 1934-35 and runs like a bat out of hell. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope I didn't bore you. Bye-bye.